Someone's out there. We'll make short work of it.
Goes there.
That fool! No, you'll regret this. Your road ends here.
Who's there? The living don't come around here without a good reason. What do you want? To bring me peace? The quiet I so long for? Ask for a blessing from the shrine? You don't want to do that. It never ends well. I'm haunting. Wait. I can see you've met Berg. I can see that. I remember him. We served together. Yeah, for years. Threads. They stick together. Bind one living being to another. That's all I understand about it. I'm Kendall. Or I used to be. Hard to tell if I still am. Or only you. I don't know. I'm too stupid for this. I once thought ghosts and but that wasn't what you asked me. I don't remember much. I was a keeper. Announced they killed me on the spot. It was right here, exactly in this spot. And from that very moment, my place is there, in the haunts of the south. I need to finish my service. I need to rest somewhere more appropriate. Take my remains. Find Berg. He'll know what to do. That's all.
Maybe the fish aren't always fresh, but nothing should go to waste. So,
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just... I'm not sure. I don't mean to say that you peasants all look the same, but you have to understand it's quite... Especially since there seems to be so many people like you here. My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's court. Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to... The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. Give it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me. It happened. Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the south. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell... Pray, tell me, do you... You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate. Oh, if we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Maybe something nautical, to go with the sound of the waves crashing on...
Beer from Kunacht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is. And you mean the old pier? Well, first of all, it's not that old. Why is it called that? Don't know. Probably because of all those old folk. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new faces. I definitely can't. People come and go and the regulars drink as usual. As it should be. Hey, not here, obviously. You won't see your old man here unless your name's Dara. Mine sent me here because he hoped I'd make something out of my life. He never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as it turns out, the apple doesn't fall. I got mauled by a weird beast during a hunt, and after that, the captain decided I wasn't any good for active. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm not as bored anymore.
strike you down. You disturb my
Hold your ground, men.
wanderer in the sunken village. You must be lost. Back in the day, you just needed to look at the stars and you'd know where you were going. Island Asylum? But when I look at your face, something stirs. And look at you now, out in the world, breathing the fresh air. Freedom is a gift, even when it feels heavy. I guess I'm just an old man listening to the sound of the... Every wave carries a story, you know. Some are whispers, others are roars. I like to think that long ago I decided to wait for what's ahead of me. But I can feel that it's closer than ever. Monsters? I think you misunderstand. I don't see any monsters here. It's sad. But as you can see, not much depends on us. The world just keeps on happening. They were given some time, which they've tried to use as much as they... I'm glad they allow me to stay here, despite what happened. It's the cycle of life. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you're afraid, sometimes you just need to sit and look. The sunken village was not always sunken, but one day someone, undoubtedly important, so the wave came and made the village into the sunken village. I know that some druids did it. Specific individuals, although they're... You'd have to ask those responsible for the flood. Who knows what's going through people's heads? Babies? That's a good question. Maybe they burnt during the charred conflict. Nevertheless, the punishment was delivered and justice prevailed. At least that's what those who set fire to the stakes preach. All in the... Among others, this wouldn't have happened if not for Camelot's desperation. I don't know if the word was so unambiguous or if its interpretation failed. What happened on the fields of the charred conclave wasn't just about the flood, my friend. It was about things and forces we don't understand. Long ago enough for people to have no chance of, and yet recently enough that this place still reminds us. Now the village is what it is, and the past has washed away. And I'll stay and look. I have everything I need. Before you go, I would like to ask... I understand. I see you. I hear you. And I have a... You can come keep me company whenever you want. The sun sets here. Safe travels, child. May fate be on your side.
who's come to visit me here? Surely you're not here to steal my treasures, are you? Oh, they call me all sorts of things. Evil spirit, lurking fiend, imp fae, nasty little thieving pest. But really, my name is Mog. We're definitely not fae, that's something else entirely. I'm what people wanted to believe in. The one who snatched their last coin for a beer, swearing they had it just a moment ago. The reason they can't find their left sock in the morning. The cause of a missing wedding ring, oh, so on. It happens. I suspect it's because I really like to snatch people's little trinkets. But between you and me, if they paid more attention, it wouldn't be so easy to steal. Oh, you offend me in my own home. Sure, it's junk to you now, but when you have to head out into the cold and can't find one glove, well, suddenly it becomes very important. And that glove, I've had it for ages. And I'm just helping people appreciate the little things, because those are the only things that truly matter in life, right? At least that's what, it's just hilarious watching you all lose your minds. And I've been doing this for centuries. It's second. Oh, you shouldn't ask a lady such things. I don't remember exactly. 9, 10 centuries at least, maybe more. Strange. I thought people liked being buried with their little trinkets and shiny bits. And since I'll be dying soon, a crypt seems perfect. That's right. I used to play tricks on people back in the homelands. Back then, they respected me. But ever since we came to Avalon, it's just been they're forgetting. Sometimes someone still tosses salt over their left shoulder for me, or maybe leaves a little bowl of milk with honey outside, but when they all forget me. Yes. Is that so strange? You can convince yourselves that you have bad luck, illness, love. Why not an old crone who steals your pants? No, it's just the natural order of things. But since I'm kicking the bucket soon, I could pass on some of my... Well, before I give you some of my power, I just want something from you. Something stolen. Nothing big or expensive, just a little trinket. Just sneak into someone's house and swipe the shoes, or grab a wooden mug from the tavern. Will you do that for me? All right, you don't have to, but you have to if you leave without making this promise, I'll die. I'd watch a shadow if I were you. Things tend to vanish. Safe travels. Keep an eye on your boots.
Remain vigilant. I will be your downfall. You'll pay that insult. Blow for blow. I'll face every threat.
There you are. Look, darling, it's the lovely mercenary I hired to clear out that sea.
You did what?
Well, you told me to deal with it, so I did. You didn't expect me to just sit on my hands while surrounded by unwashed fishermen, did you?
Look, I'm sorry about my wife. Whatever she told you to do, forget about it. I'll pay you for your trouble. Trust me, I can imagine. Unfortunately, she often gets lost in her... We weren't... At least I...
Well, that's your opinion. Why? You have? Oh, that's wonderful. I can start planning the welcoming banquet. I'm thinking sea foam made of spun silver.
And who are you going to invite, The crabs? None of your friends from Camelot are going to come all this way just to have dinner.
Dear gods, Duncan. You're so plebeian. Of course they will come. Besides, there must be some important people here.
Good luck with that. Are you sure that place is safe now?
Oh my, how polite. I wouldn't have expected that from such a vagabond. Ah, but no matter, for I now have the delightful time.
Marvelous.
Truly it is. Now, we must get in touch with that splendid woodworker from Camelot. You know the one. He made those oh, and don't forget to pay the nice mercenary. At least some.
Yes, dear.
Why don't you come visit us once we're all settled, And don't fret. There's no need to make yourself too presentable.
Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, but you know Fergus. He's got a stick up his ass. Only knows how to follow orders like a good little soldier. He's so uptight, he probably agrees with the captain. Thinks it's all necessary precautions and the like.
Now, speaking of precautions, what's all this talk I'm hearing about the weirdness creeping in? People are getting jumpy.
Ah, the weirdness. Got folks scared, all right. Used to be old stories to spook the young ones. But now, even the tougher lads are starting to believe there's more to it.
If the weirdness thing's real, we've got bigger problems than a lockdown.
Aye, and Fergus better pull that stick out of his ass and start focusing on the real threats, or we're all done for.
You see that? Not one, but two noble ladies in a tavern tonight. That's a rare sight around here.
Aye, I saw 'em. You don't see their kind much in places like this. Makes you wonder what brings 'em down here.
One's Lady Elaine, a scholar from Farshire. Thought about talking to her, but I'd probably just make an ass of myself.
Elaine, eh? Yeah, she's known for her smarts. Better keep your mouth shut around her, unless you want to feel about as sharp as a blunt axe.
And the other one, Lady Elisa. Not as smart as Elaine, but she's certainly posh. Got the airs of royalty without the smarts to back it up.
Ha! Elisa, yeah. She's got the looks, but don't expect her to be cracking any books. Doesn't need to. Not with that Duncan by her side. Though from what I've seen, they don't seem to like each other all that much.
Yeah, I've noticed. But can't you see we're talking it here? Go find someone else to bother. You see that? Not what?
If it's not urgent, I suggest you walk away. Now.
You remember Swordfell's Footstool? Used to be a popular pilgrimage spot, but ever since the flooding...
Hello, child. You look... I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I've tutored the children of aristocrats. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? You can talk. No, my name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest... Oh, biding my time until a brave adventurer with a death wish. Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you in... In one of my books, I found a reference to a certain object. A figure. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste, which sank over the last voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was... But it's best if you read it yourself. You read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you... Summarize? Oh, my dear child. Oh, do you really think you'd be handed everything on a silver platter? You should be grateful you can learn history from eyewitness accounts. No, I'm not going to summarize the last voyage of Andraste for you. Oh, as I say, young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 And? Have you read the... Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book. Don't... According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repel it according to Elvis's description. The figure is smaller than a menhir. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's... Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a full... Last question. What? Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste. Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine? Among them, you'll find the Andraste's log, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed...
Oi, you're not from around here, are you? Now that I believe. Everywhere's a mess. Even here. I remember when we were held in the same regard as Camelot. Not taken in wimps. Don't even get me started. Fergus always claims he's busy, but for the life of... I talk to Riderick from the museum sometimes, but that one's a real know-it-all. We always end up, asked me, they're all just as bad as each other. It's never gonna be the same again. Huh? Of course I do. And my pilgrims would visit the All-Mother's Temple and Excalibur. It broke my heart when I heard about the flooding. They say the druids caused... It doesn't matter now who did or didn't do what. We had a beautiful tradition. Choose a new keeper. You had to lie down and sleep in a special spot and... Now go on, leave me, like everyone else has. There's no...
Who are you? Another refugee? In my day, you only saw old familiar faces. It was easier to share with others. A problem? No. No problem, just ram. Do you see anything interesting around? Decent place to retire? Well, if you're looking to sightsee, orderly. No damn rabbit. Back then, sure, we had a rule. No freeloading. It used to mean something to be a keeper. Now, bunch of spoiled lordlings sold off to Brandon by their daddies. Soft. Weak. You watch your damn mouth. We did everything we could. I've said it. And besides, how do you know these leeches are even telling the truth? I don't want to talk. I don't know. But you could put something on the table. Thank you. That's better. We used to come here, the three of us. Me, Berg, and hell knows what happened. One day he just stopped talking to. We went to his house to get him. But he only cursed a blue streak at us. I feel bad for him. But I've got no more patience. And now you're talking. Ever since he got so maudlin, Berg usually sits alone.
Bloody hell. Not another ghost. Leave me alone. I swear if you don't leave me alone... Take this away from me. Don't you know this kind of thing tends to bring bad luck? I don't want to see him. I went there one evening. Gods only know why. I could feel something odd. I've never been a godly man, you know. One time I visited a shrine, and look what that got me. I dug around a bit looking for Kendall's remains, and then I heard howling. All right, I went there, and Kendall didn't say a thing about a burial at sea. All he said was that he won't know peace until he takes me with him to the underworld. I may be old, but I don't want to go there yet. The idea terrifies me. Now I see what he's up to. He's using you. God damn it! We set our friend up. Don't you understand? We traded, tagged and told the bandits to take Kendall because he was the commander. Told them he would be a good hostage. And if they let us go, he would tell the captain what it... They just laughed, but... I was still hoping they'd listen. I don't know. Tagden and Finley seem fine, but I've felt bone-crushing guilt ever since it happened. Wouldn't you be wondering if you could have done... Finley lost his tongue, Tagden his hand, and me. Now I'm an old hobbler missing a leg. We all have wounds to remind us of what happened until the day we die. And that's why we decide... Please, take his remains away from here. Maybe say a good word about me to his ghost.
Berg, some friend he was, got me. Tadgan and Finley also did their part. Tadgan goaded those bandits quite nicely, so they killed me, but not them. Why should I stop haunting him? Out of pity? No. Oh, I didn't know how else to find him. Now you've led me to him. Thank you for that. And no. I don't owe you squat. I'm dead. That's the spirit. I can appreciate that. In return, I think I can, when it wasn't all tangled up by my haunting presence.